Welcome back everybody to Farming Valley. Okay, as you can see, most of the fields, they're just about bare. Now, what else have I done in between times? It is nearly winter, but I've done a couple other things, namely the starting of my workshed. It's getting very, very close. I've actually gone ahead and purchased the kitchen counter, the oven, and a few other cooking utensils to try and understand how the cooking part of Harvest Festival does work. I have managed to make one recipe with the sweet potatoes. You place one in there, she cooks, and after a while you get a candy potato. Now, I believe that this you should be able to sell for more than the going price for the raw food, I assume. Now, whether I can get some confirmation on that or not, that'll be great, but I can't really cook great. I've got an idea on how I could actually automate that, but I would have to need to get into Britannia, and that's a long way off. Now, speaking of automation, now the pack, I've been doing some research in how we're going to automate this, and I've come across the solution, and that is with bees. Now, for this all to work, we need power, so I've spent quite a bit of time getting some water wheels together. Ouch. In this little configuration here, it was interesting to set up in the first place, really, but it looks quite interesting. But that is four water wheels being powered, well, 4 kinetic generators being powered by 3 water wheels each. So all in all, it looks quite interesting, and it does seem to provide quite a bit of power in my tests, in my in my backup saves. The game itself has been patching quite frequently, so I've been making new profiles every time it updates, copy the world across, and so the old world I've been using as a test bed for my ideas about how to proceed further with the I wouldn't say a quest as such, or to the point where I'm able to basically buy everything, like mod-wise. And I think that's going to be the thing. I've put on a roof, so that was all pretty cool, and attached this water wheel here. Do I actually have any torches on me? No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it. I neglected to get that far. And I also did make the external heater, which is now powering the furnaces, and it provides a little bit of light. So we're going to get some coal, we're going to do some torches. Actually, at some stage I'd like to get the powered lanterns, so that would be really cool to start replacing some of the torches around the place. That's a little way off, but for now we have to think about, firstly, bees. Now, I have also done a little bit of exploration. My ender sac is not in there. Where did I put the bees? I did collect some bees in some travels. Where I left them, I don't know. I'm hoping it's somewhere in around the workshop area. Cut across the path. It's nearly 6 o'clock anyway, so we're probably going to be doing a bit of a harvest. Here they are. So we've got some honeycomb, got some just some straight princesses. Now, the bee that I want to achieve will actually give us something to be able to make wheat. Now, this is where I stumbled across. You can actually make wheat through the hang on, where was it? That's crafting. Carpenter, fermenter, moistener. No, it was actually the wheaten comb. You can get this thing called the wheaten comb here. It's crafted together, but with this comb, you can get a result of wheat. Now, to get this actual comb itself, you need to breed it's either a rural bee or there's a bee above that. So we've got to get into that sort of thing. But first, we've got to really make a carpenter. And we've got power running into the workshop, so that's great. I still have yet to put a roof on this thing. I'm definitely going to go a second story, for sure. But yeah, so first things first, we need to get some forestry machines. So a carpenter is not carpent. There we go. That's the one I want. So we're going to need a sturdy casing, which can be bought at the blacksmith. Fortunately for me, I think the blacksmith is actually open today. And it looks like I've got to harvest my sweet potato crop. Ooh, just in time. Tell you what. So what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, we're going to go and see how much the bronze frame is. And the blacksmith is not in. 10 o'clock. Alright, so I'm going to go harvest my crops. And we're going to be right back, hopefully, talking to the carpenter. Not the carpenter, the blacksmith. For the carpenter, yeah. Alright, we're back again. Hopefully, the carpenter, not the carpenter, the blacksmith is here, so that's great. Oh, that's right, I actually did get to a point of upgrading my hammer to gold. So I'll be able to need to mine the next level of material, whatever that may be, which is past gold, so that's good. But anyway, we're here to shop. We need to buy some bronze. That's copper. That's aluminium. Can you actually buy bronze or no? Yes, we can. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness. That's a sturdy casing. Hold the phone. Nope. That's just 300 thou. Well, that puts a little crimp in that plan. At least it's a lot cheaper than... It's a shame. It is a shame. 30,000 to buy that one thing. But we can do some other things while we're gathering that sort of money together. Obviously, you really need huge fields. And, well, bear in mind, this is year 2 that I'm doing this in. I've yet to even see the first birthday roll around. So, where can we go from here? We can get our bees into gear, is what we can do. And for that, we're just going to need to get some wood. Now, I don't know if I've actually got anything or any stores of wood hiding around the place, because I've been using everything that I can possibly can to build my little workshop there. So I might have to just go back and see what I can grab. So the plan is to get the bee breeding happening, and for that I don't really need to have the carpenter or the centrifuge. The centrifuge would be nice, but that is also something requiring a sturdy casing. The centrifuge, I think, is more desirable. It'll be the thing that I buy first. And I just walked past the place where I would have stored some wood, and there is none. So I've been definitely falling behind in resources. That's for sure. Okay, what do we have here? Seeds? No. It doesn't look I actually have any stores of wood. Oh, hang on. We've got some acacia wood planks. Is that going to be enough? Apiaries? Oh, impregnated casing. Oh. That could be a problem. That we need a carpenter for. Bugger. And I'm not going to be able to get there. And for that, hang on. So impregnated casing, we need a carpenter, and then we have to get seed oil. The only way you get seed oil is through a squeezer. And oh my god. And you bet you know that it's going to need another sturdy casing. Yeah, okay. I don't know if the Modpack creator is actually going to be watching this video, but please, some of these prices are just way too fucking high. Absolutely way too high. Or even let us have the ability to actually make these things. Sure, make them hard to acquire. But give us another option to create these things. Not just, buy them from here for a stupid amount of cash. 300,000, huh? Well, we can see at what stage or what would happen crop-wise when we get to the next level after gold, which I think it's mythical. But yeah, so I can't even do that. Very disappointing. It's either that, we go for a bit more of an explorer and see if we are able to find, say, a villager with forestry bees in it and steal their hives. That's about the only thing I can think of. Or go talk to the villager. Yeah, well, basically we have to find a villager who deals with the bees, and then do some trading with them. That's the other option. Huh. And well, it is getting closer to winter, I suppose. But that's about the size of things. So I think we're going to wait until winter. Then I'm going to go off and explore. Now, what else could I do? I am at a stage with immersive engineering. I could possibly make the crusher. And that would actually be good. I mean, I've got power now. But I've got really no way to use it or where to use it. I mean, the heavy machinery, we've got the squeezer here. I mean, the squeezer I could potentially make. Now, hang on. Can I... there's plant oil. I want seed oil. No. The only way you get seed oil is through that squeezer. The only way you get plant oil is through the industrial squeezer. What else can you make with that? Plant oil, plant oil. Even more plant oil. Graphite dust. You can make leather with blood. Or we can make wool and plant oil through like any seeds from Harvest Festival. So at a minimum, I'm going to need to get about 900,000 coin together to get to a point where I can actually really start with bees. And that's going to take a while. That's going to take a long while. But it's a lot more attainable than 5 million coins for Britannia, I suppose. But yes. Alright, that we spend the winter leveling up our hammer, going down and getting the top tier of, I wouldn't say weaponry, but tools. Harvest Festival. No, we want at Harvest Festival. What is that? Oh, that's a fishing hole. So we go up to gold, then it goes up to Mistral. Then it go, or the cursed. We haven't had the displeasure of having a cursed item yet. A blessed hoe. A mythic hoe. I think mythic is the next level, to be honest. So what that actually does area effect wise, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, stuck. I thought I had an idea on how to move forward, but it looks like I'm stuck behind a paywall, which I have to grind my ass off to progress. It's sad. It is actually sad. Honestly, this pack really does need a bit of fine-tuning. I don't know if Keenan has really thought about this sort of the stage of the game. He's just slapped a few big happy numbers on there and say, right, well, that's it. And yeah, not entirely sure. This would turn off, it will turn off a lot of players, although it may incentivize some players that are willing to go through that. So yeah, there needs to be other options. I mean, whether you have to make bronze through say for example making bronze itself, there must be other ways you can actually make the bronze ingot. Or you can actually, with the arc furnace. With tin and copper. The other thing is too, we could probably, I'm not entirely sure what the output of, say, the immersive engineering miner, whether it actually give us the raw materials to actually make these things. The excavator itself is quite expensive. I mean, heavy engineering blocks to start off with, light engineering blocks. I mean, the steel itself is not hard, but it requires a ridiculous amount of power. Right, well, I think we're just going to do a brief cut here. And actually, honestly, I'm going to be looking at maybe a few hours, maybe a few days worth of actually just continual play to get that sort of money together. And yeah, well, folks that are watching, is there any other mod packs do you think I should try out that you'd be interested in watching me play? Because this mod pack for even like every second day is definitely got to a point where I can't produce, I can't do enough in the pack to make it interesting, you see? So if you can leave a suggestion down in the comment section about another mod pack you'd like to see me try. All right, folks. Well, if you've liked the series and liked this episode, do go ahead and click that like button. And of course, if you're interested in anything else I've done in the past, check out some of the playlists over yonder. And I shall see you in the next episode of whatever it is you choose to watch from my channel of Raetac. All right, folks. I'll see you next time.